This is your first ever Hyundai Palisade. This is a Cameo by my left hand, and it's my first review in the rain. So let's hope it doesn't get any worse. It's slowed down for a touch. Let's go through some dimensions here. 16 feet 3 inches long, 6 feet 5 inches wide, 5 feet 7 inches high. So a lot of vehicle, and it is a sister vehicle or cousin vehicle, call it what you want, to the Kia Telluride. Quirks, Perks, and Irks. I like the front end. I think it's conservative, but yet it's got a little bit of edge to it. Perk for me are the turn signals, because they are here, they are here, they are here, they are also here. So you have 4 different spots that have the turn signals up in the front portion of the vehicle. A cool little pattern. You'll see this in a couple minutes when I get around to the rear. These are your day runners. Looks very, very sharp. It's LED. And those are your regular lights, and below that are your high beams. And I like that Hyundai has done the vertical approach as opposed to the horizontal approach. Just gives it a little more of an athletic stance. And as far as being courteous for other drivers, they could have flipped it and they could have put your regular lights up here, but then it's higher up, so it's in most drivers' lines of sight who don't have SUVs. So you still get a good clear line from the driver's position inside the vehicle, and you're not blinding other people. So well done there, Hyundai. And there's a look with the non-turn signal. So that's where it would be over there as well. So really nice pattern here. Let's go and take a look at the side profile of the vehicle as we started off with. So it looks pretty good, pretty conservative. It's not standoutish, it's not outlandish, it's not anything crazy like that. It doesn't even fit in the frame. Let's back up a step. So there you go, pretty standard, pretty safe. I'm not a big fan of the chrome trim that goes all the way up here and around the perimeter. I'm not a fan of the chrome door handles either. Oh, one other quick thing, it is not true touchless entry. You don't have to have the key in your hand, but you still have to push this little button. I would prefer if you just touch the handle and the door goes open. Nice big tires, gas tank on the driver's side. Irk, and it's the same Irk I had with the Telluride. No symmetry for tailpipes, but I know you can put them there. I know you can. There's a cutout for them. Why don't you just do that, please? Anyways, Perk orange turn signals for the rear. Yes, it may have looked cooler if it was red as far as the this column went, but I'm happy that they did not do that. And there's your logo. Let's open up the tailgate into the big massive Hyundai Palisade. So what you're looking at now specifically, 509 liters of cargo space. You have your privacy shade there, but then you can't have your third row up. So a little bit of storage in there as well. Let's get these seats down. So third row, 60-40 split. You're gonna push the bottom buttons, and I'll push them one and one, and it goes down oh so slowly because it's motorized. And once those are down, it goes flat. And let's just take a look. Very nice. And to get the middle row down, you just take a look up top. Now these are quick. I'll do that one. Done. And I'll just rest my finger over the left side and I'll let you take a look. And impressively, it also folds flat. So with all the seats up, 509 liters of cargo space. With the third row down, 1297 liters of cargo space. As you see it, everything down, 2,447. Lots of space. It's flat too, so little extra bonus there. Well done, Hyundai. And as I mentioned, you have your privacy cover in there, and that goes in there, and then your third row has to be folded down. Anyways, I think it's starting to rain a little bit more. Let's get out of the rain and take a look at the inside of the 2020 Hyundai Palisade. Let's take an inside look. 2020 Hyundai Palisade. I have this part of the seat as far back as it can go for the seat bottom and the seat back, and that is as far forward and as far forward as it will go. So there's a pretty good amount of variance as far as comfort levels to fit most body styles, whether you're a young child, teenager, adult, or anything in between. So good job, Hyundai, for giving us a little bit of variance there. Nice little touch here. There's a button, and I'm just going to push it. Seat falls forward, seat goes forward, so you get a little more access to get into the rear seats. Bit of an irk about the rear seats. They're tilted back, so your knees are a little higher than your backside, and it's still comfortable. Not the most comfortable in this class, but still comfortable nonetheless. The headrests are down because when I folded the seats in the previous part of the video, the headrests automatically go down. So let's push it back, and it locks. So you can adjust your seat back position by doing this, or by touching this and pushing it back. And there's your lever here There we go. To give you a lot more leg space if you so desire. Heated seats on this specific trim. There are your HVAC controls, and the heated seats are on the outside, and the outside, poor person in the middle, well, maybe they lost a bet. Anyways, really comfortable 3 seats here. Again, let's push that forward again. Not too bad here. Not the greatest, but still not too bad. A cool thing is there's a button right here. Can we show that? Right, so let's push that. And basically it gives you a little bit of forward-backward motion. You can see them let's get the middle of the screen. And basically that gives you a little more comfort as far as options go in the third row seats. Let's put that back to the way it was. Here's a look at the front of the cabin. And before we jump there, really cool that they have this little sunshade, so you can save a few $100 on tinting your windows. I know, the car is on, keys in my pocket. Pretty simple design as far as the inside of the door goes. I don't really care for that. I know Hyundai is trying to go all premium upscale for a non-premium upscale price. I don't think that's the way to do it. If it was textured, maybe, but it's just laminated. Anyways, cool little perk here. It says Palisade on skid plate. Power seats, really awesome side bolsters, really impressive thigh bolsters as well. Kind of an irk. I wish they would have had a setting where the side bolsters would kind of just come in a little bit, not too much, but just a little bit. Nice seat design here, just really, really sharp. On the top trim, you get Napa leather. Everything else is, non-Napa leather. All right, so here is your dashboard, and there are 3 options, interestingly. The base model gets a 3.5 little TFT screen in the middle. This one is a, 7-inch one, and the top jam, which is the ultimate, you get a 12.3 digital one, and that's pretty impressive. They have this cool thing where it's the blind spot assist. That's not the actual name for it. I should get that. Blind view monitor. So I'm gonna take my turn signal. I think the car's gotta be on. So let's just start the car. Push button start there. I'm gonna put it in drive. You can tell by the speedometer I am not driving and filming because it's at 0. Anyways, I'm gonna put the left signal on. And now there's a view of what's behind me on my left side from the camera. That is right there. Put that off. And now it's on the right signal, showing what's behind me. So there's really no excuse for cutting anybody off or making an unsafe lane change. So good job, Hyundai. Really like that. 2 analog dials there. Very, very simple. They still have the cool thing where they tell you what position your lights are in, as well as your wipers. So nice touch there. Good, comfortable steering wheel. Typical Hyundai / Kia / Genesis fashion as far as controls go. Easy to use, no issues at all, no guessing. This bit of an irk, if you're wearing sunglasses and it's during the day where it's not lit up, it can be a little hard to see, except for that. 2 cents there. Same thing with your HVAC controls down here, because it's angled, and that's pretty much the camera right up in my face, so you can see it clearly now without sunglasses, but if you have sunglasses on and they're polarized, a little hard to see. But thankfully, the big buttons make everything a little easier to see. Huge touchscreen here. Again, it's typical Hyundai, and you can't go wrong with it. It's one of my favorite interiors. And their screen is just so easy. You know, even if you do have to dig through the menu a little bit, it's still easy to find all sorts of stuff. So you go to your home and you can control your widgets as far as what you want there. So I've got my navigation, got my radio, and driver talk. I don't think we can hear it. Let's try. Hello? Hello? You know, there's a microphone on me, so let's just end that. Anyway, cool way to get in touch with people in the back if they can't hear you yelling at the outset of things. Heated seats, cooled seats, heated steering wheel, everything's here in a very convenient spot. If you've seen this in the Ioniq, you are not mistaken. Hyundai has given you a lot of extra space here by putting it as far as buttons to change gears instead of a lever, which is not here, or an actual chunky gear shift. So well done there. Drive modes, very cool because it's just a little dial and you stop it smart on the way down. and you stop for comfort on the way up. Good thing here for me is if I want the car in eco and I want to keep it in eco, it will stay in eco, no matter how many times I start and stop the car, or whether I want it in comfort, sport, or smart. So well done there. There's some cool little graphics as we go from smart to sport to drive to comfort. And you push the little button in the middle. That gets you your different terrain. So snow, mud, and sand. So good job, Hyundai, making things nice and easy. A couple extra buttons there. Auto start, stop, on and off. Cool little party trick here are the cup holders. Yes, the cup goes there. And you can't really see it because there's not the rest of the thing there, but I'm gonna push the button and out it comes. Push the other one. I don't think that worked out very well. Let's try that one more time at a different angle. Let's go back here. There we go. And your cups go there. A little bit of storage here. Top trim does get, there's some light. I should have done that in the first place. Top trim does get a wireless charging pad, which I presume goes here. There's a little bit of storage underneath there. There's a pass-through that goes to, I'm just gonna get out of the car for a quick moment to show you the storage right there. So put whatever you want there, a couple of power sources. A bit of an irk for me. I thought there'd be a little more storage in the center console. It's good. Well, I would have liked a little more. Anyways, let's close that up. Jump back in. A couple of additional controls here. Again, no blank panel switches. Love it. Parking brake is right there, as well as your light features and some safety features as well. So that's going to wrap up the inside. 2020 Hyundai Palisade looks really sharp. I wouldn't get it in white. I'd get it in black. I don't care if I only get one sunroof, which is right there. No option for a panoramic, but if you go top jam, you get a second regular size sunroof in the rear of the vehicle. My personal preference, I like more light, and I always use my sunroof. As mentioned, I don't like this. Kind of just makes it look a little on the cheap side, even though they're going for the premium look. My 2 cents on that. And yeah, anyways, one other quick thing. I had the A250 from Mercedes last week, and this kind of looks a little like it as far as the continuum goes for one long screen. And I think if this had the 12.3 inches? Yeah, anyway, the big full, 12.3 digital screen, I think it would look really sharp, even with a little cutaway. Anyways, that's gonna wrap up the inside. Let's go for a drive and see what the 2020 Hyundai Palisade is like on the road. And let's end with a shot of the logo. Just before we go on the drive, I'm going to show you how the rear occupant seat alert works. I've got a couple of magazine boxes right there. Let's jump in, move the car up, let's say, a couple of feet. So drive, I'm in an abandoned parking lot, no one's around me. So let's just go up a touch and done. Car in park, car off. So nothing's showing up. However, I'm going to open the door and take a look. Check rear seats. It's cool because it's a 3-stage process. Stage 1 is the dashboard notice. Stage 2, the horn and lights go off if it detects movement in the rear seats, in case you didn't look or forgot or whatever. And the third phase is there's a text message sent to you. So pretty cool advanced safety tech there, Hyundai. Well done. Let's do the drive in the first ever Hyundai Palisade. So power-wise, it shares the same platform and engine as a Telluride. That's a 3.8 liter V6, 291 horsepower, 262 pound-feet of torque, run through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Palisade's got 8 inches of ground clearance, and there's 71 liters of regular fuel that goes in the tank to fill it up. As far as standard safety features go, and this is pretty impressive, adaptive cruise control, forward collision assist with pedestrian detection, lane keep assist, and lane follow assist, and the driver warning alert, and high beam assist. So pretty good list of features off the bat. Optional ones are blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, that blind view monitor, which is, if you look in the middle of the screen, I'm not sure if you can see it, but that's where the cameras on the side mirrors show up in your dashboard to let you know what's behind you. So pretty cool. Parking distance sensors and a 360 degree camera are part of options if you so choose as you climb the trim ladder. 7 USB ports, 7 seats, 8 seats. Pretty good. I like that they're actually on the side of the front 2 seats for the rear passengers, so it's kind of out of the way. pretty nice there. As far as driving impressions go, it's really quiet, and that's low road noise, low amounts of noise that come into the cabin itself. So Hyundai's, as far as separating itself from Kia's Telluride, the sister slash cousin vehicle, it looks like they're going for more of an upscale look and feel with the Palisade, and it's under their better materials. It just kind of has that premium feel to it over the Telluride. No shot against Telluride at all. It's just more of an upscale feel. At least, you know, that's the impression that I got driving them, each car within 3 weeks of each other. So that's my takeaway there. As far as handling and cornering and driving dynamics itself, it's a full-size SUV. There's a little bit of body roll, and you know, that's to be expected in this kind of vehicle, because you know it's massive, it's tall, it's wide, it's high, and I'll give you those numbers in the beginning part of the video, and I will give them to you again if you are so inclined to hear them. I'm just doing a little 3-point turn, or kind of a big 3-point turn, just to show you the number of wheel spins that happen here. So there's a pretty good turning radius. I'll definitely give it that. Again, for such a big vehicle, surprisingly easier to park than I would have thought. You know, between the Ascent and the Telluride and the Atlas and now the Palisade and all of the domestic offerings. Yes, when you look in your rearview mirror, it goes back quite a ways, but it's surprisingly easy to park. With the 360 camera, there's definitely an advantage there. But just use your mirrors, and again, it's pretty easy to park whether you're going forward or reversing in, or even parallel parking. So well done, Hyundai, on that side. It's pretty comfortable, and I gotta say the seats are really nice. And I did a quick road trip down to Niagara Falls, and I guess a short road trip down to Niagara Falls, and it worked out pretty well. I didn't feel any of that driver fatigue in the least. It was just a really nice, comfortable ride. I had a passenger with me on the way home, so yeah, no complaints from her either. If you're looking for a full-size SUV that it's got a little bit of upscale and premium feel to it, and pretty decent on fuel efficiency, I will tell you right now, I've done about 600 kilometers, 610 kilometers, and I'm at 10.2 liters per 100 kilometers, so not bad. The ratings from Hyundai are 12.3 city, 9.6 highway, 11.1 combined, so I'm a little lower than average, so not too bad. It drives well, it feels good, it looks good, lots of creature comforts. As far as trims go, if you're looking at the luxury, which is this one, it's $50,200. The Ultimate's $54,000, which is interesting because the Telluride tops out at $54,000, so it kind of depends on what you want. But for that $54,000 for the Ultimate Palisade, you're getting 7 seats, a heads-up display, a wireless charger, Napa leather, a 12.3-inch digital dashboard, dual sunroof, because I mentioned in the beginning part of the vehicle that there is only one on this trim, and LED taillights. So if you want some of those extra bells and whistles, might just be worth the extra $3,800 for you. Anyways, that's going to wrap the review up. If you have any questions on the 2020 Hyundai Palisade, let me know. I think it's a fantastic vehicle. Its biggest competitor is going to be within the family through the Kia Telluride. Just, you know, they're evenly priced, evenly spec'd as far as features, options, and whatnot. But whether it's brand loyalty, whether it's, you know, you want a little more on the rugged side through the Telluride, or you want something a little more, like I said, I feel like I'm repeating myself, and I apologize if I am. If you want something a little higher end like you get on the Palisade, then definitely run with that. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm going to delay the ending of this video for another, let's say, 10 seconds while I find a safe place to stop. And, you know, because I can't just really operate the camera while I'm driving. That's illegal, and that's just kind of dumb. But anyways, we found a side street, and we will pull over and throw our 4-ways on. All right, this is going to end the review for real. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate the support, and we'll be back sooner than later with our next review.